Are you curious about how your actions towards others reflect your true self? In this video, we invite you to join us on a journey to discover the fundamental principle of Buddhism that teaches us how the way we treat people is a direct reflection of who we are as individuals. Learn 1. Kindness shows who you are. Kindness is not just something you do, it is something you are. In Buddhism, kindness is like light. It shines quietly. It does not demand attention. It simply exists and transforms everything it touches. When you treat others with kindness, you reveal your inner world. You show that peace lives in you. Kindness is the language of the awakened heart. It asks for nothing, but it gives everything. The Buddha taught that to be kind is to be alive in truth. Every kind word, every gentle gesture, every moment of understanding is a reflection of your inner purity. Kindness does not come from wanting to look good. It comes from awareness. When you are mindful, you feel the pain of others. You see their struggle, and your heart moves naturally toward care. This is true kindness, effortless and pure. Even a small act of kindness can awaken joy in someone's heart. A smile to a stranger, a word of comfort to someone in pain, a little patience when you are tired. These small actions become golden threads that hold humanity together. Kindness is powerful. It does not shout, but it changes everything. It softens anger, melts fear, and turns coldness into warmth. When you act kindly, you are not only helping others, you are also healing yourself. Every kind act releases light within you. Every kind word cleanses your spirit. Learn 2. Compassion is true strength. A compassionate person is not weak. They are the strongest kind of soul. Because it takes great courage to open your heart in a world that often closes it. True strength is not in controlling people. It is in understanding them. It is in forgiving when you could have hated. It is in holding space for others when you yourself are hurting. The Buddha said that compassion and wisdom walk together. One cannot exist without the other. Compassion without wisdom becomes blind emotion. Wisdom without compassion becomes cold intellect. Together, they create the perfect balance, the strength of a peaceful heart. When you treat people with compassion, you no longer see enemies. You see fellow travelers, each struggling in their own way. You stop judging and start understanding. You stop comparing and start caring. That is the beauty of compassion. It dissolves distance. When you live this way, your presence becomes healing. You do not even need to speak. People feel safe near you because your energy carries peace. Learn 3. Respect reflects your soul. Respect is the purest mirror of your inner peace. When your soul is awake, respect flows naturally from it. In Buddhism, respect is not formality. It is not fear. It is love in its quietest form. When you respect others, you acknowledge the sacred in them. You see the Buddha nature that lives in every being. Respect begins with mindfulness. When you truly listen to someone, you are showing respect. When you speak softly instead of shouting, you are showing respect. When you treat others' feelings with care, you are honoring the divine within them. True respect does not depend on titles, wealth, or power. It belongs to everyone, to the child, to the elder, to the stranger, to the world itself. The Buddha taught that everything deserves respect, even the smallest stone, even the tiniest insect, because everything is part of the same web of life. When you live with respect, you bring harmony into your world. You create an energy of balance wherever you go. People feel valued, not judged. They open their hearts to you because you make them feel seen. Respect is also the foundation of self-peace. When you respect yourself, you stop needing approval from others. You become gentle with your mistakes and humble in your successes. A respectful heart knows that every person is walking their own path of awakening. So it does not mock, it does not belittle, it simply understands. When you treat others with respect, your soul becomes radiant. Respect is how wisdom expresses itself through kindness. It is how peace takes form in human behavior. Learn 4. Peace lives in your actions. Peace is not something you wait for, it is something you live. In Buddhism, peace is the natural state of a mind, free from anger, greed, and fear. Every word you say, every gesture you make, every choice you take, all carry the power to build or break peace. When your mind is calm, your actions become peaceful. When your actions are peaceful, your life becomes a reflection of harmony. The Buddha said that peace cannot be found by fighting against the world. It is found by calming your own mind. You create peace not through big gestures but through daily mindfulness. By breathing before reacting, by listening instead of arguing, by being patient when things don't go your way. Each moment of restraint is a victory. Each act of patience is a seed of peace. Peaceful actions are contagious. When you are calm, others feel it. Your presence becomes medicine for restless hearts. You become a mirror that reminds others of their own peace. Peace also requires forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about forgetting the past. It is about freeing yourself from its chains. When you forgive, you create space in your heart for light to return. Peaceful living is the essence of Buddhism. It is not escape, it is awakening. It is realizing that every time you act with calm and compassion, you are spreading peace across the universe. Learn 5. How you treat others is karma. Every moment you interact with someone, you are creating karma. Karma means cause and effect. What you give, you receive. When you treat others with love, you invite love back into your life. When you act with cruelty, pain finds its way back to you. Your treatment of others is like planting seeds in the garden of your destiny. Good seeds bring peace and joy. Bad seeds bring unrest and sorrow. The Buddha said, "You are the owner of your actions." No one can escape their own karma. Every smile, every insult, every kindness, all return to you in some form. That is why mindfulness matters. When you treat people with care, your karma becomes bright. It creates blessings that protect you in times of trouble. It brings opportunities that flow naturally. But when you treat others with arrogance or cruelty, your own heart becomes heavy. The energy you send out always returns, multiplied. Karma is not a punishment, it is a teacher. It shows you what you still need to learn. It guides you toward balance. When you understand karma, you treat people differently. You start blaming, you start giving, you start acting with purpose. Good karma builds slowly but lasts forever. Every gentle act you do now becomes light for your future. Every loving word you speak now echoes across lifetimes. Learn 6. Love reveals inner purity. When your love is pure, you are no longer trapped by need. You give because giving is joy. You care because caring is your nature. Love reveals your inner purity. A loving heart cannot hold hatred. A loving heart cannot harm. True love shines even in silence. It does not need to be loud. It does not need to be returned. It gives because it is full. The Buddha's love was vast like the sky. It embraced kings and beggars, saints and sinners, humans and animals alike. That is the love that comes from wisdom, the love that flows when the ego disappears. Pure love does not control. It allows, it does not cling. It lets go with peace. It forgives, even when it has been broken. When you love in this way, you are in touch with the divine within you. Love becomes your natural state. It flows effortlessly into your words, your actions, and your eyes. Such love heals not only others but also yourself. It clears your energy and brings deep serenity. In a world filled with noise, pure love is rare, but it is also the greatest gift you can give, the reflection of your soul as true nature. Learn 7. Gentle hearts hold power. The strongest people are the gentlest souls. In Buddhism, gentleness is not weakness, it is wisdom in motion. The Buddha was gentle, yet his words moved mountains of ignorance. His calm presence silenced storms of suffering. A gentle heart knows that violence solves nothing. It knows that peace cannot be forced, it must be lived. When you are gentle, you do not fight the world. You flow with it, like water finding its way around rocks. You move softly, but you reach everywhere. Gentleness is power under control. It is calm in the middle of chaos. It is strength guided by compassion. When you treat people with gentleness, they feel safe. Your energy soothes them. Your presence uplifts them. Gentleness is also the highest form of discipline. It means you have learned to master your reactions. You no longer allow anger to control your speech or pride to guide your steps. The Buddha said, hatred is never ended by hatred, but by love. That love is expressed through gentleness. Gentle people do not shout to be heard. Their peace speaks for them. Their calm changes the world in silence. To live with a gentle heart is to live close to enlightenment, because gentleness is the language of truth. Learn 8 words carry energy. Every word you speak has power. Words can heal or destroy. They can lift spirits or break hearts. Your words are not just sounds, they are vibrations that carry energy into the world. When you speak with love, you spread peace. When you speak with anger, you create pain. Silence, when used with awareness, is often wiser than speech, because silence carries the energy of peace. A gentle voice has more power than 1,000 harsh words, because it comes from clarity. Words that come from compassion stay forever. They become blessings that echo long after you are gone. The Buddha's words were few, but they awakened millions. Not because they were loud, but because they were pure. When your heart is pure, your words carry light. When your heart is heavy, your words carry shadow. So speak mindfully. Speak with peace. Let your words be soft footsteps that leave no harm behind. Learn 9. Ego divides. Empathy heals. Ego says, I am different. Empathy says, we are one. In Buddhism, ego is the illusion of separation. It makes you forget that all beings share the same breath, the same suffering, the same wish to be free. The ego divides people. It creates pride, competition, and judgment. It whispers, I am right, you are wrong, and slowly it fills your heart with loneliness. But empathy brings healing. Empathy is the ability to feel others' emotions as your own. It dissolves the illusion of separation. When you treat people with empathy, you connect heart to heart. You understand without needing words. You forgive without needing apology. The more empathy you practice, the quieter your ego becomes. You begin to live in unity with all beings. You stop fighting life, you start embracing it. Empathy is the healing force of the universe. It is the truth that brings souls together. It is the path that leads from division to peace. Learn 10. Your treatment defines you in the end. Your life is not measured by what you achieved. It is remembered by how you made others feel. How you treat people is your true reflection. It shows your consciousness more than your words ever could. You can hide behind knowledge or wealth, but not behind your behavior. Because your treatment of others reveals everything. Your patience, your awareness, your love. The Buddha said, a person is known by their deeds, not by their words. Each moment you choose kindness, you grow in light. Each time you respond with love, you become the embodiment of peace. People may forget what you said or did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Your kindness, your compassion, your respect. These are not just traits. They are the fingerprints of your soul. Treat people with gentleness, even when they don't deserve it. Forgive, even when it hurts. Love, even when the world is cold. Because how you treat others is who you are. It is your practice. It is your karma. It is your legacy. When your life becomes a reflection of love and peace, you are already walking the path of enlightenment.